One of the goals of a spiritual practice is self-discovery. And one of the best tools of self-discovery is a simple emotional vulnerability. Welcome, I am Sharon Godse. Today we continue our discussion on self-awareness with a focus on the spiritual dimension of self-awareness. To lay a foundation for our discussion, let me state here that for everyone who wants a life of meaning and impact must ask the question, who am I? Understanding who we are helps us to understand who we are not. And lack of such understanding has led to what we have, or what we call identity crisis. For some of us, from childhood to adulthood, we drew our sense of identity and belonging from what we are called by our handlers, by our parents, from the background where we come from the environment where we grew up from, sometimes even by how we look. I remember as a young girl in our time, any child that has a slightly bigger head, we call them, especially if it's a male, we call them Eddie Murphy. Then if you are dark, we refer to you as a dudu, blackie. Then if you're slim, we say, lekpa. Even in the Bible, a man was called the blind Bartimaeus. Now, Bartimaeus is not a name. Bartimaeus simply means the son of Timaeus. So, blind son of Timaeus. I want to presume that Mr. Timaeus has a lot of sons. So, if you are talking about one of them, which of them are you referring to? Blind son of Timaeus. Now, as much as this is profound, we get to a point in our life where we begin to question, begin to discover that there's got to be more, begin to ask questions, begin to seek, want to be better. You know, in each and every one of us, there's this innate desire for a better life, for a better pay, to live a life of comfort, a life of luxury, a life of no stress, peace, and all of this. Now, this is very good. This is a desire. However, it can be empowering for some, and for some others, it can be disempowering. Now, for some people, in the quest to satisfy this yearning, in the search of who am I, trying to understand this or have a meaning to life, they begin to indulge in activities that give temporal satisfaction. So it could be a kind of addiction to drugs, alcohol, sex, acquiring properties, shopping, what have you, whatever. Why for some, it serves as a motivation. They want to become better. So if I'm going to get promotion, I want to upgrade my skill, upskill my skill, learn a better way of being a better version of myself, attend conferences, read books, get mentors, and all of this. Beautiful. The next question we want to ask is, whose am I? So, what is your source? Where are you from? Are you just someone that just surfaced from the sky and just roam about the streets of the earth, filling the statistics of data, population data? So, who of whose? Where did that come from? So, I will explain this with an illustration using the product. The mobile phones we enjoy today, the motor, the aircraft, the luxurious life we live today as a result of these products. Somebody sat somewhere and saw a problem and decided to design a product, right? To do what? To meet this need so the life can be easier and more comfortable. In the same way, we as human beings are products. So who is our manufacturer? Who is our source? In every product, there's a manual, right? Where the manufacturer try to bring into his mind to let you know what he's thinking. So it gives you the features, what each of the features can do, what you don't need to do. All of this is a guide for you to enjoy the 100% potential efficiency of that product. Now, taking all of this together, navigating through this process is what we call the spiritual dimension of self-awareness. So you want to ask, what then is spiritual self-awareness? Spiritual awareness is a journey of self-discovery that leads into a more meaningful and purposeful life. It's a state of being conscious and connected to a deeper state, a deeper frequency, a deeper dimension of the spiritual aspect of life beyond our physical or material world. By embracing this journey and committing to a spiritual practice, helps us unleash the power and transformation of personal growth. Now, how do I even, we've established that I'm a product, right? So how do I even understand who am I? How do I understand what is my capabilities? What are the abilities? How do I maximize my strength? Understand my weaknesses so that I can begin to live life to the fullest. For us to do all of this, then we need to ask the question, who is man? We need to define man. Since we're talking about the spiritual dimension, I would like to take two texts, draw my explanation from two texts. The first is in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. In the New King James Version, it says, and God said, let us, and God formed man from the dust of the ground, and he breathed into him the breath of life. Some translations say the spirit of life, and man became a living soul. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 23, states, and it reads, and may the God of peace himself completely sanctify you, and may your old spirit, soul, and body be preserved for the coming of the Lord. Now, if we take from these two scriptures, we can deduce that man is a spirit that came from God, the breath of life, that has a soul and lives in a body, the earthly suit. So if we are spirit, that means for us to operate maximally on this realm called the earth, that means we have to have a suit. Just like when you go to the space, you can't operate in there, so you have to wear some certain kind of suits for you to be able to even breathe and walk or live in space. The same way it applies here. So if we say man is a spirit, so his sustainability of the spirit means that he has to stay in tune and aligned to his maker, the manufacturer, God. Man has body, we lives in the body, right? The earth. And no matter how powerful your vision, your dreams, or spiritual you are, you need this body to even fulfill life's destiny. And so that's why we recommend eat well, stay healthy, do exercise, go for your medical checkups, because this body needs to be sustained because it's taken from the dust of the earth. The food we eat, the drugs we take, all have their source from the earth. Now, man is a soul. No, the soul is refers to our mental state, right? It refers to our material place that we can't touch. So we have your intellect, your mind, your emotional, and all of that. For me to maximize my potentials, I need to scan deep through the womb of God's mind to know who does God say I am. God says what? The first thing is God says that we are the lights, we are the sons of God. We are also the salt of the earth. Now, I want to talk about the salt of the earth. The salt is very important because salt has two meanings. One, for preservation and for taste. Now, for me, when I cook, as a rule of engagement, cooking, timing is very important. Timing when you put certain ingredients and your spices. So you can have three people have the same ingredients, but they come out differently, right? So if I'm the salt of the world, that means I add what? Value. And it doesn't matter. You can add your salt after cooking when you feel it's not tasty enough. So it doesn't matter. We have people like the likes of KFC, the owner of KFC. At what age? When most of his mates are already tired of life. He was in the journey of discovering himself. He came up with that product, KFC, and we are all enjoying it today. Also, God now says we are the lights of the world. What does light connote? Light connotes solution. Light connotes the absence of darkness. So for me, darkness means the absence of me. To begin to wrap up, tying all of this together, as one of all of this is, the question is, why then are we not operating maximally and enjoying life to the fullest? Every year, every 31st night, Every last Friday of the month, we go for prophetic declaration, prophetic blessings, prophecies we're giving. You know, now this is 2024. If we're not careful, 2024 we're like 2023. 10 years, 5 years, we remain in the same place. Nothing tangible happening. It's because of where? Choices. No matter the prophetic word that God gives, the prophetic word are given for us to understand what God's intention is for us, and also for us to align our decisions and choices to it. One of the powerful things that God gave to man is the ability to choose. And you can see that in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. It doesn't stop God anything from saving the people of Israel. But what did he do? He said that if you will hearken, now it's left for them to choose. He said, I said before you today, life and death, right? But I will implore that you choose life. So the power of choice. Now, no matter the impartation, let them even pour 1 full gallon of anointing upon your head. And you know, you have seen it, you've dreamed that you are a great person. The choice is, if you make a wrong choice, it will veto all of those prophecies. So what do I need to do? I need to start becoming intentional. I need to check the choices I have made, because sanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. How have I lived my life in the past 5 years? How did 2023 go? How am I starting 2024? So what are the choices am I making? And choices lead to decisions. You know, the kind of choices you make determine your growth, right? Growth. When you have a higher version of yourself or date yourself, you become better. What happens? You begin to attract what? Success. Certain kind of people influence. Because success is not what we seek. Success is what we attract by who we are becoming. So if I'm going to be successful, what kind of life do I need? Let's begin to look at, are there people who is already living that life? So submit to mentorship, leadership. Leadership are an example of our outcome if we do certain things. So make the right choices today. Make the right decisions. Begin to do practicals. Yes, it's good to pray. I pray also. But then, let's begin to do practical things. So I'm going to dedicate to reading 1 book every week. I will read something fantastic. If I'm struggling in the area of finance, I will do 1 hour or 2 hours study every day on how to do it. I want to be a leader in my place of work. I want promotion to leadership position. Do you acquire leadership skill? People's management, time management, conflict resolutions. These are practical things you need to do. Read, study to show yourself approved. All of this is very important. I would like to round up by saying that Luke chapter 2 and verse 52 in the New American Standard, it said that, and Jesus kept increasing in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and man. The moment there was growth, there was fruitfulness from God and from man. Now take the phrase, kept increasing. Is what? Continuous. Like we have established that spiritual awareness is a journey. So consistency. Whatever choices you are making, the right choices is good. But be consistent. Born out of what? Commitment to it. So I would like to say to you that leju. No grief for mediocrity, no grief for irresponsibility, no grief for self-sabotaging beliefs, no grief for wrong choices. And until I come your way in our next episode, please keep enjoying this beautiful, amazing journey of spiritual self-awareness. Bye.